Morning, guys. 7 o'clock in the morning, and we were already up because we're off to see Beng, Mealea and Koh Ker temples. Bit of a drive this morning, so hence the reason why we're up so early. So we're just waiting for our driver now, and then we'll get on the road. Oh, thank you.
Yes, please. But it's not good for medicine. It used to be. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, guys, we've made it to Koh Ker, the first temple of the day. It's a bit of a long drive out. I think we were driving for about 2.5 hours. We thought it was about an hour and a half, but no, it turned out it was 2.5 hours. But we drove through the countryside. It was absolutely gorgeous. There was palm sugar trees, there was chili plantations, everything. So it was definitely worth the drive. So now we're going to have a wander around the temple. So one thing our guide did say is that a few years ago you could only go about 3 meters off from this tree line just here, because there were still active landmines buried around. So you had to really stay within the confines of this temple. But I think that was only a few years ago. So Koh Ker is made up of about 150 temples, but you can only get to 16 of them by road. And I think today we're just coming to 3 of them. So this is our first one. It's only small, but it's absolutely beautiful. And you can see that behind me there. That's the crawler fig tree. Okay. That has grown and wrapped itself around that little temple there. Wow, look at that. That's absolutely amazing. We've been lucky to be the first people to visit again today. I don't know if it's because it's so far out of a city, or it's so far away from any sort of holiday resort or anything. But you really can't take away the experience of being able to explore a place like this on your own, rather than a massive crowd of people where you can just take your time, get the photos you want, get the video you want, and just really experience it without bashing shoulders or worrying about jumping in the way of people's photos. So we're back off to the bus, back off to our minibus now, and then we're going to head to temple number 2. Oh.
It is a small hole. There's some.
Oh, you can see the web.
Oh yes, a spider hole.
What spider has dug that?
It's by her inside, the black one.
How big?
This is not so big. It's about. This is a little bit bigger than this one.
Right.
Well, now we're at the second temple on the stop. But you see, this one is in a lot more ruined state than the last one. Our guide, who's really informative, has been explaining as we've gone past all these little different temples what they are, and what's happened to them. This one, it's actually fallen apart because of rain. That's how you can see it's all held together there by scaffolding and things. It's still amazing how it's all still standing after over 1,000 years being built, and there's no cement or anything. All the sandstone just locked into place. There's no glue holding the joints together. It's just amazing how they managed to do it so long ago. So our third temple, I think actually we're going to a few more than 3. So our third one is called Prasat Linga. And there it is just there. So for those of you that don't know, and I didn't know until we went to Angkor Wat and it was all explained to me, Linga is the Hindu symbol for man. And you'll see it in almost every temple we've been to, the symbol for man and the symbol for woman, which is the chalice that the linga sits in. And there we are, we have the linga right there, and then the chalice is the dipped bit there, where water or life flows in from one side. Okay, well, we've made it to temple number 4, and this is the 7-step pyramid temple. If you turn around, there it is. Well, I wasn't sure if we'd be able to walk up it, judging by how it looks from the front, but around the side they've built some new steps, so we're going to take a climb up and have a look. We made it to the top, and what a view. Walking down's going to be a lot easier than it was coming back up. See Chess over there? Hi Chess! She just split her trousers. I was saying earlier, there's like 150 temples here, but we're standing on the highest one out of all of them, and if you look around you can't even see any of the others. It's all just engulfed with trees and foliage. It's amazing how they even found these or just stumbled across them. We are back down off that. That walk up was tough, but the walk down wasn't as easy as you might think. I'm hot. You can see my forehead sweltering. We've now finished at Koh Ker. We're going to head back to our driver, and then we're going to head to Beng, Mealea, which will be a separate temple. It's the last one on the list today. So we paid, I think it was $100 to hire the driver for the day to take us to these two temples, or these two sites, and it was definitely hands down worth the money. As in, we've seen only a handful of other tourists, more locals than tourists, so we'll be able to get all the video we want, all the photos we want. We've got Instagram photos. It's just so much nicer and relaxed. You can take your time, take it in properly, rather than being rushed around at the more popular sites. Highly recommend it. Oh, nearly broke my neck on that. Well, I managed to injure myself. Not looking where I was going, and stubbed my flipping toe. Right guys, well, we've made it to Beng, Mealea, and I pronounced it correctly. Took me ages to pronounce where we were going yesterday, but I got it right that time. So we've come in on the west entrance apparently. We were going to go up to the north entrance, but our driver said that's where all the Chinese get dropped off and it'll be hectic. And this way we get to walk through, you can see behind me, all the vegetation and the forest to get to the temple. So let's go and have a look, explore. I think by far, out of all the temples we've seen dotted around and Angkor Wat, this is the best. Just the sheer size, the architecture, and how intact it still is, along with how you can see all the trees. Oh, nearly fell off the wall. And all those trees tangled into the temple is absolutely fantastic. If anyone comes out here, then I highly recommend coming to Beng, Mealea. You won't be disappointed, I tell you. Well, we finished going around the entire Beng, Mealea temple, so we're going to head back now to find our driver, and then we're going to head back to Siem Reap. Pretty sure we'll both fall asleep in the car on the way back. It's an early start, a lot of adventuring, and it's a 2.5 hour drive back, so yeah, time for a nap I think. Right, we've been back, rested, did a little bit of work, and now heading out for something to eat. Because we enjoyed where we went last night so much, we decided to go back there again. Once again, we started with spring rolls and Chess. Are they as good as they were? They are good, aren't they?
They're amazing.
These got to be the best spring rolls I think I've ever had. Well, tonight I've gone for some gorgeous fried breaded chicken with red rice. And Chess has gone for some fish with red rice. And the food here is absolutely amazing. And to top it off, we've got these fried potatoes, like fried slices of potato with runny egg. And it's like heaven on a plate. We are all done, heading back to the apartment now. Got a little bit of work to do, then off to bed. Not really got much planned for tomorrow. It's been quite a nice quiet day. Catch up with the stuff we hadn't done today whilst we were out. So I'm going to say night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.